You see this right here? This is what's been driving me nuts for years. Let's see if we can fix it today. What's up, guys? A couple years ago, I put a T5 transmission in my 1966 Mustang, and I've always had a leak coming from the bottom end of the back here on by the tail, where the tail shaft meets the main body housing. A couple years ago, I took it apart, thought maybe that the tail shaft needed to be resealed. That didn't fix it. I'm hoping that I didn't screw that up and I still have the same leak. I've tried draining fluid out of the transmission to make sure that I didn't have it overfilled. And there's nothing I can find where there's a crack or something broken on the transmission where fluid could be leaking out of. And then there's like the bolts and stuff like that that hold the tail shaft to the housing. Those don't go through the transmission housing, so the fluid shouldn't be leaking through where the bolts are. The tail shaft seal where the drive shaft plugs in, that's not leaking. I want to find out why this thing is leaking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the exhaust out of the way here and see if we can drop the just tilt the transmission back a little bit, remove this crossmember piece out of the way, and see if we can drop the transmission down to take a look at where it's coming from. I think it's coming from the vent at the top, but let's see if we can get a better look at it and see if we can fix that today. For those of you that saw that coming when I dropped that exhaust on my head, warn me next time. I was not paying attention, that's on me. All right, so if we look up inside here, what we can see is everything is wet. And, even like the side here is just a little bit wet, but it's mostly wet right around the bolts. Now these bolts do not go through the housing, so there's not like there's oil getting through the threads or anything like that. Now it's sealed right here between the tail shaft and the main body housing, but if you look, it's just, it's gonna be hard to kind of see on the camera, but everything is wet. Even my drain bolt, now this isn't a good sign for me. That shouldn't have fluid right there on those threads. But with everything being wet, everything's just so shiny, it's really hard to tell where it's coming from. Now if you go up higher, it's hard to see, but the vent tube is wet. And that's what makes me think that the fluid is coming out of the vent tube up there. Now, it's supposed to vent, right? It's supposed to let the fluid out if you need to, but there's nothing else I can think of. Even that bolt up there at the top, that's even wet around the head of that bolt. And so it shouldn't be like that all the way down the side here. And that's what makes me think it's the vent tube leaking. See, we got a lot of buildup right here. It's all sitting right here, and it's wet all the way up this side. So I don't think it's the seal down here on the bottom because of how wet it is up top. If you come around to the other side, it's dry over here. It looks a little wet here, it's a little shiny, but this whole side is dry. The bolts, the head of the bolts here, they're not wet like they are here on this side. So, that doesn't tell us everything, but the vent's on the other side of the tail shaft housing. So nothing is leaking on this side. It's just coming from over on this side. So my recent trip to SEMA, I got a chance to talk to Bruce Couture. I'm hoping I'm saying his name right. The guy that founded Modern Driveline. I got a lot of my parts and pieces for this transmission and my previous Mustang, the T5 I put in there. They're a great, fantastic company. They have a lot of good parts and a lot of good service, and the guys are fantastic down there to talk to and get some help from. Anyways, I talked to Bruce and I was explaining the problem that I had, the things I've done to try to fix this leak. And the only thing he could think of, given the information that I gave him, is that either the vent is leaking for, the fluid's getting out of the vent, too much fluid's getting out of the vent. And so one of the things I could do is put an extension tube on the top of the vent and maybe take the tube all the way up to the top of the bell housing and just have like a long hose. I'm gonna try that. And he also said that maybe the fluid that I have is foaming from being stirred up and turned up in the transmission. And so I use the Mobile One full synthetic ATF fluid. That's what I put in here. That's what I put in my previous transmission. I didn't have a problem with the fluid foaming in my other T5 transmission in my previous Mustang. So I'm not 100% convinced that that's the problem. However, I want to knock all this stuff out. I don't want to keep chasing this thing. And ideally what you do is you just fix one thing at a time to see what the problem was, and then you can pass that information along. I don't want to be under here every other week trying to figure out what the leak is. So I'm going to do two things. I'm going to drain the fluid out and put in some Tremec ATF fluid, the stuff that Tremec wants you to put in their T5 transmission. It's a little more expensive than that Mobil 1 stuff that I have, but I'm going to try it and see if I can eliminate that problem. And then I'm going to take the cap, that green cap, off of the vent tube and run a tube up higher into the bell housing here to give some more space for that venting to do its thing. Everything, like I said, everything I can find, there's no leaks anywhere but that vent, as best I can tell. So I'm going to give that a shot. I want to drain the fluid out of here, and then I'm going to take this cross member out and let this whole thing pivot back so we can get to that vent tube. We'll put that tube out there, and then we'll raise it back up, and then I'll put some fluid back in here, and hopefully that takes care of it. Now we can get a better look up here in the top. Let's see if we can pull this cap off. Yeah, now, again, it's gonna be hard to tell on the camera, but it's wet inside the cap and it's wet along that barbed end. So again, I'm making assumptions here. It's not as wet up top, particularly around these bolts, as it is as much on the bottom. And maybe just because it collects on the bottom bolts and as time over, as it leaks and stuff, but I really just hope it's not I need to reseal the tail shaft. I've done it twice. I think I've got a pretty good job, particularly since I had a T5 on my other Mustang, I didn't have that problem. So I'm gonna guess it's that. So let's see if we can get some tubing to put on there. And here's a close up inside that cap. See, it's just, again, it should be wet because that's what it's for, but I just don't know if there's too much coming out of that. So here was my first thought, was to use this. This is 3/8 inch ID, just clear tubing. And the reason why I was thinking clear is so that we could see the fluid, if there's fluid up inside here, that would tell us what we want to know. However, this is going to be hard to show, but you see right here, there's a split. And if I put a tubing around this barbed end, great, it'll seal it up around here, but to this edge here, it'll just leak down the side and run down this vent, and it doesn't really do anything for us if I have a tube up higher. We may have to get like some soft tubing, something that I can put on here and then put a pipe clamp or like a hose clamp or something on here, but that's not going to help us out. And if we stick this hose up here and push it over that barbed end, that fits, that's the right size, that's good, that's what we want. But I still think we're gonna have that problem with that split on the end of that barbed end. It's just gonna run down that side of the thing. It's not gonna do anything for us. See, I can run this up all the way up to the, attach it to the bolt on the bell housing or something like that. Just give plenty of tubing length. But that's not really gonna fix our problem. And if any of you guys are thinking or wondering what that red stuff is there along the housing and the tail shaft, that's just that anaerobic sealant. It's a special stuff that doesn't ever dry. It wipes off, but it's not fluid, it's not transmission fluid, it's actual sealant, but it does a really good job, or it's supposed to do a good job of sealing these transmissions, but it looks like fluid because it's the same color of the ATF fluid. So the next thing I want to try is this latex, surgical tubing. This is a 5/16 ID. It's actually all I could find here in town. So I'm gonna see if this will fit on here. The nice thing about this latex is it'll stretch a little bit to fit over this barb part on the vent, but we're going to run into that same problem where we still have that slit in there. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to use something like a hose clamp to maybe tighten around this thing. And so let me get that set up and see if that works. All right, so now we got that on there, and we have to be careful because I think we can over tighten this clamp and it'll just start to cut the latex tubing. This isn't very strong. Again, gosh darn it guys, I wish this was a better solution, but with the way this is set up here, I don't know what else I can do. So we want something that's tight that we can crush down this tubing around the end of this vent lip. But cool, so the next part, what I want to do is stick what I've got is just a barbed fitting, and I drilled a little hole, a little 16-inch hole in the cap here. I want to put this in the tube, and that way air can get out, but you know, it's not likely that the fluid's going to go all the way up the tube. If we put this on the end of this tube, and then we can feed it up inside there. I was thinking, you know, up there's those bolts, the top of the bell housing. I could set something up where this is just supporting that way up there. I mean, the problem is this gets pretty close to the top of the tunnel, and you know, we probably don't need much, but this way I get plenty of tubing that can go all the way up the front there. All right, so we got that connected. We probably don't need this hose clamp because this is a barbed fitting, and that's a 3/8 OD barb with a 5/16 ID tubing, so it was a pretty snug fit already. I went ahead and got a 1/4-inch size tube, but it's too loose, so I didn't want to rely on the hose clamp, and that barb does a pretty good job. So, all right, so now I guess I just want to fish this up there, and I think what I'll do is I'll just get it up there, and I'll maybe just hold it in place with a zip tie for now until I get the car on the ground and I can reach in the engine bay and finish that out. But I think this is a good place to stop here, and then we're going to go ahead and put this transmission back up and get this all connected again, and then we're going to fill this with that new Tremec transmission fluid. Now I'm going to use this fancy pump, this Mighty Vac pump thing, which is pretty slick because this fill hole is up so high and you can't really get a bottle in there, but I can put this tube in here, and then we're going to twist this valve open, and there's a plunger on the bottom, and I can just push fluid up in there. Now if you notice the color, it looks like motor oil, and the transmission, the ATF fluid that I had in there before was that typical red ATF fluid stuff, but this is more of a clear fluid, and so it kind of threw me off for a second, but it's what Tremec recommends for these transmissions, so I will put it in there. Now I've got right about 1.5 quarts in there. We need around like 2 3/4 quarts of oil. So let me put some more in here and we'll fill this up. And the secret is to, you know, when it starts to drip out of the fill hole here, that's when you have enough. And then you probably noticed that I had that Teflon tape on the drain plug. I know this is a tapered plug, but I just want to eliminate all of the things that it could be for a leak. And so we did see some fluid along the threads there. By taking that Teflon tape and putting it on there, we're going to help seal that up and just kind of eliminate all the problems that I could have for leaks. All right, so I put some more in here, and I got roughly now 2.8 quarts worth between what's in there and what's in here. So we should get pretty close to the bottom of this thing out before we're done. Plus there's a little bit in here. I don't know how much would fit in that, but that's why I put a little bit more than 2.75. So put this in here, and then it's pretty slick. Again, this valve right here just closes this off, so as you're filling it up, you don't spill it out the hose there, but we'll open that up, and then this goes in here, and then we'll just pump the fluid right in there. Now, as we get closer to, you know, towards the end here, I got to slow down because I don't want it to overflow and then just start pouring out the transmission. Oh, it's right there on the edge. Okay, cool. So we're gonna close this off. Actually, we wanna open it up, and then we can pull that back in the tube like that. There. And close this off, and then it's just starting to come out. That's good. It's just exactly what we want. Didn't overfill it, so we're good. Put the drain plug, or the fill plug in, and then we're gonna tighten them down. I probably could have put some Teflon tape on this, on the fill plug, but yeah, I think we're gonna be okay because it wasn't really wet compared to the drain plug. All right, guys, this is my second attempt at the ending here. I had already filmed this talking about this O2 sensor and the problem I was having with it, and I'll cover that in a second. I had to order some parts, and this car has been sitting here for a week while I waited for these parts, and I've got fluid collecting on the tail shaft housing, which tells me that it's not the vent and it's not the fluid bubbling up and foaming up. This car hasn't been anywhere. It's been sitting on the lift for a week. Haven't turned the engine on or anything, and I've got fluid collecting. In fact, it's even collecting around the head of this bolt here in the bottom of the tail shaft housing behind the head there. So that's telling me that I probably didn't do a good enough job sealing. When you see the tail shaft housing, you got to do like connect the dots and go around the bolt hole into the next one and go around it and that kind of stuff. And when you put the two halves together, you have to line up the shifter shaft and the fifth gear. There's a piece on the back of the fifth gear that fits in the tail shaft housing. You got to hold the shifter selector up inside the shifter mechanism. To hold all this together as you're sliding the tail shaft on, there's a lot of steps, and I probably just bumped something when I was sliding this together and it smeared something and took that fluid out, or took the gasket, that anaerobic gasket maker that I have. So I have to try something different. So what I'm gonna have to do is take the transmission out and reseal this tail shaft housing. I mentioned before I talked to Bruce of Modern Driveline. I can give him all the information that I had. He thought maybe it was either the vent or the fluid, but he couldn't see my transmission. And I had told him that I had resealed this, and so it's not, with the information he had, he thought that's what it would be. And it's gotta be this, because the fluid collecting around here, it can't be anything else, because I haven't done anything. I haven't moved the car. The fill plug and the drain plug are not wet. Nothing on the side of the transmission is, I wiped this thing down clean before I stopped working because I was waiting for these parts. So speaking of which, I cross-threaded the O2 sensor in my X-pipe part, and I needed to buy a new O2 sensor. These are expensive. I paid like 130, 140 bucks for a new sensor. Gosh, guys, don't cross-thread these. That's an expensive mistake. And then of course it messed up the threads in the bung of that X-pipe, so I had to get a tap. And actually what I've been waiting for, it's supposed to be here today, so I can clean up those threads, thread in the new sensor, and then put all this back together. In fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna fix this right now. It's gonna have to be a later video, but I'll do a video on that, on taking this apart and resealing that and what I'm gonna do there. I gotta get this off the lift as I got other projects that I need to get done right now. And so I can't work on this transmission, but I think we've figured out the problem. It's gotta be the sealing of the tail shaft and the main body housing that I just didn't do a good enough job, because there's no other place where this fluid be coming from. So anyways, all right guys, that's a part two, or take two on this ending, because I had to get these parts, and the car's just been sitting here for a week and nothing's happened. I haven't even turned the motor over, so that fluid is collecting from I think just a poor seal job, and that's on me. So cool. All right guys, we'll see you in the next one.